Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to a brand new season where we are going to be trying out the game in the hardest difficulty possible, which of course is Imperial. So this time around, we are probably going to have a very tough time, especially at the start of the game. I am also going to go with starting tech, tier 0. This means we have very little when it comes to options at the very start, and some of the enemies will be very scary because of this. It seems like, after a quick test, the enemy don't follow this rule. This is more for us, not for them. Instantly, I saw enemies using planes, I saw some of them using the more heavy cannons, and I was there trying to kill them with a musket. As you can probably tell, didn't go so well. So today, we are officially starting. Now, when it comes to land, I've decided to go with mixed. A lot of people wanted me to go with the bottom option here. The problem is it just has too much water, and it makes land-based units a little bit more difficult to use. And since I want to experiment with them a little bit more this time around, I don't think that was the best option. So instead, we have mixed rather than continent, so we have a bit of water, we have a bit of land, it's all nice and mixed up, as you can probably tell by the name. Next up, with monsters, I'm going to go with frequent. I was going to go with omnipresent, but apparently that can make the game really slow, with everyone constantly losing a lot of income due to the enemy monsters. It just makes things far too slow, but of course we are still increasing it, going with frequent rather than default, so there will be a lot more monsters, just not absolutely stupid amounts. That's kind of what we're going with. Or we could just go with omnipresent. Okay, we're going with omnipresent, because otherwise people would yell at me. So there we are. We have large map, maximum difficulty, everything else is good. Okay, so tepid falls. Doesn't that sound nice? So, with our arms, I'm either going to go with the lion, as you can tell by the fact we were already using the lion, if I can use my words there, 50% faster reload in boarding combat. That makes our marines absolutely deadly. It's essentially a 50% increase to their damage, which is really powerful. Now, I believe there is a second one of these. Well, there is the harpoon. We could start off with military training and aerial tactics, so we could go straight into that, but I feel like that's a waste, especially in the later game. We want bonuses to our units. I do want to have a lot more boarding this time. We're essentially going down a pirate route. I feel like that would be the best way to get a good early start. Instantly research marines, make some quick, cheap craft with marines on them, and go and just invade everyone nearby. That's the idea anyway. But we could go with some other stuff. Like, for instance, we could make this. The wheel. That's going to be really good on boarding craft, but on all craft in general. Ships are ready for commands twice as fast. So I do need to decide what we're going to have. We're definitely not going to use stuff we've used before, so what do I want? I think we will go with a lion, because it really forces that playstyle. Since it's only giving a bonus to our boarding craft, it makes sure we do that. Oh, I love this though. Just a mountain. Plus 30% lift from the spendium chambers. That is so good, but yeah, I think going with the lion would really force a playstyle I'm not particularly used to and not particularly good at, so that would be good in general. Okay, so let's set up the colour scheme then. It's the opposite of the English flag. I'm feeling reverse patriotic here. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with, since I think it looks really nice. Now, for a name. What on earth are we calling ourselves? That is a great question. The Blood Lion Legion? I mean, it kinda works, and I do love the idea of the Legion still being in there. You know, the whole Lathrixian Legion thing. That just sounds a bit odd. The Lion Legion also sounds a bit odd. Blood Lion Raiders? Lion Raiders. Raiders. Blood Raiders. Potatoes. Because I apparently have absolutely no sense of creativity, we are the Lathrixian Raiders. So, let us begin our brand new playthrough. Hopefully we get a decent starting vehicle, because we have to research marines before we start pumping out a new type of vehicle. So we're going to have to try and protect things with only one ship. On the hardest difficulty, with lots of monsters. Here we are in the world, and we have this little patch next to the ocean. And instantly, I'm jealous of my neighbours. Seriously. You got this cute little island to start off with. Oh, and this island over here. You have far more on a small island. I'm guessing not the most hospitable island over here. Sadly, no monsters or anything, because then we could call it all sorts of weird names. Actually, straight away, what type of creatures do we have here? We have giant spiders, white dragons. Okay, so they're probably going to drop something special, since they're named. We have the giant bees, we have regular pirates, we have the stone guardian, turtle doves, dragons, another stone guardian. Yep, there's loads of stuff around. Let's see the map in its entirety. Okay, down here looks really cool as well. A really cool looking map, very unique looking. Okay, so, what do we have to begin with? I really hate this craft. So, this craft is only $86, or 86 gold, 86 monies, and it's not the best, purely because it's so cheap. It's just very, very little. It has one single cockpit, which is giving us one command every 16 seconds. It has way too much crew, seriously. 18 crew, recommended 13. Why do you have so much crew space? You have a large tail. Yeah, why do you have these two berths and the quarters? You could probably get away with... Okay, so you can't get away with that, but you could easily, ta-da, get away with these two being gone. There we go. Your maintenance is cut, and you're even cheaper. I mean, why wouldn't you do this? This seems fine to me. Oh, that's annoying. Would these work? It should work, shouldn't it? Yeah, ladders. There we go, and there we go. And I'm going to retrofit that straight away. So what weapons do we have? We have the musket. Now, we are on the lowest tech, which means that's pretty much all we've got. We've got rams, grenades, muskets, and that's it. So, for now, let's retrofit this. Then, we need to start researching, and let's research marines straight away. Now, with our crest, I'm not sure if it means we get bonus reload in terms of our soldiers fighting, or does it mean things we capture become stronger? I don't quite know how that works, but I'm sure it's something we'll find out soon enough. Now, I am really nervous, because this craft will not hold off anyone, but it should be able to scare off an enemy or two whilst we use our defenses. Okay, that's just absolute rifle spam. Or musket spam. Nope, they are muskets. Okay. Not the best then. We are really weak right now. We need to get that research done as soon as possible. As soon as that's done, make some boarding craft. Enemies are making their move already. Where are you going? Going to there to reinforce. Okay, you got repelled. We could attack, or we could make a new craft. Okay, what I'm thinking is a ramming vehicle or grenades. Grenades do essentially act a bit like bombers. They are very effective versus a lot of builds if you give them enough altitude. So, let's just see what we have available to us. Design ship, there we go. If we go with the ram, we're going to have to go with the lightest. Because otherwise we're going to have to do so much lift, it'll be a little bit silly. So, something like the cowcatcher. We could make something looking so derpy with this. It's called the Wart, for Pete's sake. That's if we go with a ramming vehicle. At least we can make it fairly cheap. No weapons, no ammo storage. That way it's a little bit less vulnerable as well. So, I really wish I had the pressurized chambers right now, because trying to add balloons to this and make it not look really silly whilst keeping it quite small is actually quite difficult. And the problem is the ram. The weight of the ram is kind of horrendous. Even the lightest one really affects the service ceiling on something so small. Is that the lightest ram? Yeah, it's definitely the lightest ram, and probably the weakest then because of that. HP 5,000. Yeah, the larger ram has 45,000. This will still take a lot of damage from impact. At least it sort of looks like a dart, so that's good. Would much rather have the spike ram, but that would way over double its weight. In fact, almost 4 times its weight. So what do we do about that then? We could use the larger balloons, which will look even sillier, but all we'd really need is 2 of these, and ta-da, service ceiling is done. And just connect these with, where are you? Struts. Well, it's going to look silly, but hopefully this won't be a permanent build anyway that we use constantly, so it doesn't really matter. Sure, Derp Dart. That's what we're calling it, and we're continuing on like that. Okay, enemy is attacking us from the east and from the west. Well, the southeast, I suppose. Anyway, they're attacking us. So, Derp Dart, you go there. Original craft, which I have no confidence in, go over there. Honestly, I'm thinking grenades might be good. A really high-altitude grenade craft would mimic a bombing craft. Now, it won't be anywhere near as good, but it can fill that niche. Enemies which can't fire directly up, for instance, will be very weak against this type of unit. But saying that, very soon we're going to have Marines. So... Oh, no, there's an enemy coming from over here as well. Well, that's just wonderful. Hello there. You have heavy cannons. Okay, so our first enemy we're fighting has heavy cannons. We have muskets and a spike. Doesn't feel fair, gotta be honest. Okay, so... what I'm going to try and do is get directly behind them, then attack them, and try to destroy whatever's being protected here. I'm assuming their ammo must be in this section. Heavy cannons, though, seriously. Anyway, and then I'm hoping the enemy will just focus on this, because this actually has weapons. The AI tends to go after the most weaponized enemy. Normally. Good, it is. Okay. Probably should have been a little bit more aggressive there with our movements, but oh well. Okay. That wasn't much, admittedly, but if you can do that to both of them, then it won't even be able to turn around. Not the balloon. Yep, the balloon. Still kind of worked. Nothing of importance destroyed yet, but still, there we are once again. And they've knocked out our balloon, so now our altitude is greatly diminished. Come on, please say you can get higher than that. Well, knocked out some of their armor this time. We're slowly pushing them into this rock as well, which is going to be interesting when that happens. There we go, you can no longer turn around. And you've damaged your friend. I can't get any higher, the balloons... Oh! Oh yeah, the balloon would have been a dead weight. Let me go. Thank you. That was very rude of you. Yep, our service ceiling is now being slightly restored. Please hit anything. Nope, you kind of went past the enemy there. Still nothing important. The enemy is still ignoring us. Thank you, enemy AI, for not caring about the thing devouring you slowly. That was pretty cool. That was really good. Really wish we didn't have that balloon there. It's such a silly thing to have on a ramming vehicle. Probably should have put it further back. That would have looked really weird. I can hit fire. Darn, our craft is about to go bomb. Bomb, bye. Oh, good. You go boom. Crud, you are now all the way back here because I rammed you that way, and you're shooting at us. Back off. You're clearly dead. You are clearly dead. Faster. Okay, so problems. Everything. Good things. Nothing. Well, it is snowing, so we might be able to take the fire out by itself, but nope, not in time. Should have just went for it and rammed them straight ahead, but didn't happen. Still, we killed one, and they were drastically more expensive than us. And we are making a second Derp Dart now. You know what? If these are both going here, and there's no defenses, you may as well move back. In fact, go there, because there's now nothing defending it. Get that back. Then just wait. The Derp Dart was clearly a good idea. Because of the enemy's AI, mostly. We definitely need to rebuild defenses, though, because that's only going to work as long as we have defense distractions. Derp Dart, what do you want to do? You're going there to invade that. We could sneak past them and invade one of their bits of land. Although now we're going to see what type of protection they have, which is really irritating. Hello. Well, there's a chance we can win that, especially if we get behind it. Okay. Let's take the risk then, shall we? It does have rifles, though, so your balloons are really vulnerable. That was just a slam. And it worked. It actually worked. Here's hoping they have more of those types of defenses, because we can just keep on taking them. Hello! That is not the same. Nope, no chance. Actually, no, it's perfect. They have no defense on their back section. If we can just get past them. Damn, that's annoying. Those two rocks. Damn them. Just go straight forwards. Okay. The Derp Dart, ladies and gentlemen. Truly the most magnificent of all craft. Poke. And because we don't have any coal, we can continue doing this forever. There's no rush. Although I may fall asleep. Engines to full power, you are using sail. That was dirt. We did it! We did we? What did we do? They surrendered? They're ours? They're our defenses now. I don't get your logic, but I fully approve. I know it's silly, but this should, in theory, work. Because we keep getting stuck on enemies, here we are, we have the marine barracks, which gives us 8 marines. We have the supply hatch now at the front. This should work. Should. 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 So it's a marine-laden version of the Derp Dart, basically. You are going to go over there. And let's see what type of defense they have here. Once again, same deal. Just get right past them, then they can't fire at you. Hello! And then you... Bonk. It's so stupid. Oh, it's so stupid and I love it to bits. Just keep being a nuisance. This is working. This is bloody working. Guess what I'm about to do? Same again, lads. Same again. This is why you need weapons on both sides of buildings. You just have one-sided, it's never going to work. Bonk. I destroyed a tree. Now, eventually, they're going to take all this back. I'm fully aware of this, not even going to try and defend it. Where have your airships gone? You had airships there. Where are they? Where are they? Where are your airships? Your airships, where are they? I don't know. I'm going to go home now. I don't know what's happened there. Ooh, you have arrived from across the sea. You have. And you, I don't think even has any defense. Look at that. You can kind of... It looks like that is... us, which is kind of weird. Just build as many Derp Dart Juniors. I can't say that. Derp Dart. Derp Dart. Derp Dart. Derp Dart. It's so difficult for me to say. Because these things should be able to function. Also, I really need to move my microphone stand. Currently, it's literally in the way of this portion of the screen. And I keep needing to click things there and then slowly moving my head around to actually figure out what's going on. Who needs complex strategies when you have spikes? Bugger. You're going to do more damage to us. I'm still going to attack, though, because I want to see this in action. Let's make sure you're about the right height, which is... here. And then straight forwards, just try and go right through it. About there? Sure. Whee! Plonk. Oh my god, ramps are so overpowered, it's glorious! The improved Derp Dart is ready. Let's see what happens over here. This is probably going to be incredibly stupid. Unlike the other fights. Oh my god, you are the piranha with cannons. I'm dead. Could just surrender this. But that would be surrendering talk. Good, we're attached. We're on fire. We did manage to board in time, though. The problem is if our ship dies, it doesn't matter if we've boarded them unless we've captured. Bonk. Just attach to the enemy like that. There we go. How's the boarding going? Not great, actually. Not all of them managed to... No, we captured! We captured it. If we flee now, do we get to keep this? I don't know how this works. Also, I can't turn. These things do not get orders very quickly. Serve your master and kill your former allies. I know you're hurt. We just shot you in the face. Okay, we're fleeing. Do we get to keep the thing? We do. We just traded ships. Thank you. Cool. Now, I can't build the cannon you have, but thank you for giving us some actual cannons. Let's have a look at you. So you have a cannon, you have rifles. Ooh, and grenades. And a You're a bomber. Lovely. Welcome to the Imperial Navy. None can defeat that of Derp. Send in another Derp Dart. No, there's only 2 of them. Let's try and capture another one. Hello, we would like to trade with you. A truly peaceful mission, of course. Hello. That looks like it's hurting. Come on, you Marines. Ooh, you shot one with a cannon. That was overkill. Ow, my everything. Yeah, that hurt. That really hurt. Goodbye, cruel world. When did you have that? Could potentially kill that, just not likely. Doesn't look like our boarding's going as well this time, though, to be honest. Do we have any boarders left? We do have a couple. Throw them. We have 1, actually. No, don't die before the board. Ah, darn it. Why couldn't they kill that 1 Marine? I have no idea what was going on there. Well, it wasn't even a Marine, that's the thing. It was a, standard crew member. I'm surprised it didn't win. Last time I feel like we sent less and won easier. I don't quite understand. Okay, well, you're a bomber, so you know what? You should really go out and do stuff. You go there and try and scare off enemies. We could start building some defenses this time. Man, we're off to a great start. Hello? Huh. Get behind you. You can't hurt us. And we have bombs. So, yeah. Just move there. Doop-a-doo-doo. Get nice and close. Once again, they can't shoot us. And let's stop looking at the sun. It's pretty. Not great to stare at. Lathrixian advice there for you, kids. Oh, it's fading. It's the wrong way. I made them actually look at the sun. Do as I say, not as I do. Aha, you have reinforcements. That is most annoying. You? I'm tempted just to sell you, honestly. You're not worth the maintenance. Can't wait to get some of the other stuff. Right now, though, I'm just playing it very slowly. Whoa, you took over that. That's bad for us. Ooh, intercept before they get... Oh, no, you just said click to intercept, and I did. What gives? Do the... There you go. I've never done this before. Let's see what happens. Hello, reinforcements. And welcome to Lathrixian territory. Do you have your passport? Go for their cockpit, please. Now, I don't really want to kill this thing or do too much damage to it since I want to use it. Okay, you're all in the cockpit now. Whoa, that looks cool. Potential thumbnail. Excellent. Oh. Don't die, that's all I'm asking. Yeah, why are you struggling so much to kill that 1 crew member? There's like 8 of you, at least originally there was 8 of you. That cannot be right. What gives? There's 1 of you. Can we force this thing to the ground? Yeah, we can. And again. And again. Was kind of hoping that would do more, honestly. Well, we lost this. Can someone explain to me why they couldn't kill this 1 crew member? There were 8 of them. I'm assuming some of them must have died on the way in or something, but once again, it just looked like we got more to attack, but then nothing really happened. which was really, really odd. Either way, you need to get back there and repair. The bomber is already there. In that case, keep on invading. We could, of course, build defenses, but like I've said before, it's so much more important, in my opinion, to have a mobile defense force. Because then they can also attack. Once again, this should be quite an easy one. And this time, the sun's going in the way I thought it was. So do that. What am I talking about? It was the... You were facing the correct way, but then I got a warning saying, oh, the light is there. Well, perhaps it was saying the enemy are looking into the light. I don't know, I didn't read it. I don't read, I simply give orders. I lead, don't read. Flip that way, there we go. Why do I keep on thinking I'm facing to the left to begin with? That's my problem. One day I'll get it right. A day likely isn't today. The grenades are so much weaker than the bombs. I'm so glad these attacked us. This may take a while. The sun is facing right to left. All we need to do is face towards the left. Yep. I was right the first time, then I second-guessed myself, and the second guess was incorrect. Ooh, giant spiders. Good, you're both fighting each other. That's great for us. Means you're not paying any attention to us, which is great. We've almost completely consumed our neighbours. Yes, suspendium chambers. Now I want the pressurized tanks. That's when I'm going to make some proper boarding craft. Okay, I feel like overextending now could be a real weakness, but these guys are getting way too strong, so bomber, please go up there. We now have 2 Derp Dart Juniors. I'm going to send in a spy and see what's going on over there. So a quick update. So this is a little bit in the future. We lost one of our Derp Darts just because it was attacked by these guys. In the meantime, this wasn't the raiding version, the boarding version, it was the regular. And then we lost an area over here to this group, which is becoming more and more powerful. It seems like it's also upgrading its units. It's very similar to the ones we were fighting to begin with, except for it's using a propeller and not fans. And by fans, I meant to say sails. Now, we do have a load of Derp Darts I've just been slowly stocking up on. I'm going to send one over there. Then I'm going to send... Alright, you're going to get repaired. And then you are going to go over there and see if you can take that off them. The Derp Darts are sort of like a risk-reward type of thing. They're not the cheapest thing in the world because of the Marines, but if they work, we get loads out of it. Even if the ship dies, we get a ship in return. But they may just outright fail, and I don't think they're going to work well as a swarm unless they're against lots of enemies or a very large enemy. So sending them one at a time, seeing if we can just take out one vehicle, one building, seems to be quite a good bet. Where did that ship go? I'm sure I had a ship here a second ago. Okay, anyway, what do you have? Just rifles on both sides. You have rifles and cannons. So what we need to do then is get on this side as soon as possible and then send down our boarding craft to take this one, which can then fight this. Right. Okay, so let's get down there. Ow. Maybe not ramming speed when you're going that low, eh? Why aren't the Marines moving, exactly? Now they are. What are you doing, guys? Okay, there you go, it worked. Weird. Oh, this one doesn't have a, any control structure. That's why it's being captured instantly. Yeah, clearly, though, I need to change the design of this. And like I said, as soon as I get some of the other stuff, I will be making a proper ramming unit. This was just a non-permanent, let's see how effective this is type of thing. I mean, you should work. You have a cannon, which apparently can't fire at this. So are you. This is going to be a while. It lost. It did lose. Yeah, look at that. Aren't you cool? You just upgraded one of the things we saw earlier. Oh, straight away on fire, really? Also, I shouldn't overshoot it as much as I've been doing. That's a problem as well with just me out using these things. And stay. Good. Can all the Marines get on, please? Thank you. Good. Oh, it's out okay. Gentle takeover. No, I should have that. Wonderful. You can go home and get repaired. You are making more derp darts. Great. You, amazingly, aren't damaged. Go and invade that then. Despite me playing pretty poorly, well, using something I'm not used to especially, and then playing poorly on top of that. See, now the ship's there. Did I just miss it last time? Am I going mad? Ow! Well, there goes our ram. Lathrix, remember when you were talking about, oh, I shouldn't overshoot so much? Why didn't you listen to yourself? Oh, problem. So there's one cockpit taken down. They have two. Can those rifles shoot inside of their own ship or something? We're going down. If I keep doing this, will I eventually ram that into that? Just curious. No reason. Oh. Sadness. Somewhere else, this again. Okay, let's see how this works out. There we are. Now, realistically, we should have enough borders here for this to work. And we have seen it work before. A few of them did just jump to their death admittedly. There we are, we're just taking out one of their cockpits. That should make it a lot easier for us. So all these guys need to do now is kill this person. Before I destroy everything by mistake. I destroyed everything by mistake. Gosh darn it, that was actually going to work. Thank you. And body slammed. We did it, yay! It does seem like some layouts just make boarding way more difficult. It seems like the sailors have much more opportunity to hit our minions before they can reach the cockpits, and then if they get to one, and there's still another elsewhere, they can have difficulty getting to that second one, and then just simply die. It's interesting, it really is, because it's all to do with the pathing of the Marines. Ooh, you need to be repaired. Big time. So with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. I am so happy we had such a good start. We've seen enemies using heavy cannons, we've seen enemies with much larger craft than our own, and some of the enemies are starting to collect way too much land. So that is scaring me a little bit. Also combined forces and all sorts of other stuff. I haven't even looked down here, but I can only assume something similar is occurring. Although, to be honest, it looks a bit more balanced than up here. Up here it seems like, well, us, in addition to these two, are starting to really dominate the playing field. Although the problem is, I don't really have much in the way of forces. We have those darts, and a little bit of money saved up, and that's it. But so far, they've been incredibly effective. Ramming vehicles seem to be fantastic. Either way though, if you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Airships Conquer the Skies is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, we can make some proper borders, and also start to unlock the more advanced ones, like the, I think they're called the Grenadiers, I can't remember, the Grenadiers, the people who use harpoons, I can't remember the name right now. Then we have the, oh no, the grappling hooks, that's what unlocks the next type of troops. We then also have the Air Dragoons, which are essentially Marines, but they have jetpacks. which is pretty cool. We can then make things cheaper, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Get the pressurized tanks, then go down the route all the way across here to get these, then focus on other things. I think that's going to work. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.